my friends wrong. They thought I was absolutely insane when I wanted to build some shelves out of popsicle sticks. Well, the end result was fantastic. I love the way they look, and they were so simple and cheap to make that I thought I'd share that with you today. So get a ton of popsicle sticks. I think I went through around 250 to make my 2 shelves. You'll need just some all-purpose super glue and also some wood stain. So to start, I'm just laying out the shape of shelf that I want to make with my popsicle sticks. I did hexagon shelves, and once you have that shape built, you're then just going to glue those in place. So each popsicle stick is resting on every other, if that makes sense. So once you have that shape, let that dry for a couple of moments just so that it's sturdy when you go to continue to build up your shelf. As you can see, I'm doing that here, and it's every other popsicle stick that I'm gluing down just because that's the way that they lay in place together. So it takes a while. Once you're done though, I've built mine up a couple of inches here. I'm now using this to trace around to create the 3 hexagon template for my next shelf. So as you can see, I'm just showing you with these scribbly lines. That's the outline of my next shelf. I traced the 3 hexagons, and this just makes it a lot easier when you're laying out your template to build the shelf when you're just starting with the popsicle sticks. So same process here, just laying that out, then gluing it into place. Again, allow this to dry for a few moments before you move on to building it up. That way that it is set and your shape isn't going to twist and get deformed. So as you can see, it takes a while. I went up a couple of inches with my multiple layers of popsicle sticks, but that's what the shelf looks like when it is all finished. Our last step here is just covering it in some wood stain. This step is so key because I really think that this finishes the shelves off and makes them look a lot more expensive than they actually obviously are. So this is just some wood stain that I had kicking around. I've got just a plain old paintbrush here and brushing it onto my shelves, making sure that you get into all of those crevices between the popsicle sticks. So layer it on nice and thick and just follow the directions on the stain on your container. Mine said to leave it on for 15 minutes, then you have to wipe it off with a cloth or a paper towel, and that's exactly what I did. And then your shelves are all done. You can hang them up. But it just does take a very long time. I would suggest throwing on a movie and plopping yourself down in front of the TV and just start gluing, because it does take a while. But there's lots of different variations you can do with these. You don't have to do a hexagon, triangles, squares. You can do a bunch of hexagons together like I did when I did my 3. I really like the way that one turned out. Just make sure that you map it out on the paper. It really does help when you're building these. I'd love to see what yours look like as well, so feel free to send me some photos. You can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at Janelle Steeper, and then just use the hashtag 2DIY4 when you tag me in any of those photos. Subscribe, because next Wednesday I will be back with a new video. Love for you to join me and not miss out on one of those. And also don't forget, down below you can always leave me comments of upcoming DIYs that you'd like to see me try. Cheers, and I'll talk to you next Wednesday. Ew. Yuck. Almost made it through. Woo. Done and done.